Okay. How's that? Okay, cool. I think by turn that down just a little bit. Just by fiddling with a few other things. Is there background music? Can you hear that? Hey, Uber Duber. Because I did try to add in background music as well. All right, yeah, I actually tracked down the site that I got the music from, and actually found the same track. So, yep. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna work on doing the basing on these two so they can dry, and then we will work on the Zinch Knight.
Hello there.
Hello, General Kenobi. Or do you just want to be called General Ty?
Hello there.
Oh, hey, Don. How are ya? Okay. Doing good, painting along. All right.
Hello there.
Oh, and Ty. We have two ties in the house. At least they're not both in the same town. Otherwise, they'd have to fight to the death. Because, well, no. I still have yet to listen to you guys' latest audio, but I will fix that here. Here soon. Okay. Putting that in, putting that in. Okay, let that dry. And how is everyone tonight? What are you painting tonight, Dawn? And is anybody else painting along? Yeah, see, and I grew up with another. My real name is Matt, and I grew up with another Matt in my class, and we both had the same last initial, too. So I went all through grade school and high school being called Matthew, and he got called Matt. And then it's just stayed that way ever since. Okay, I'll have to just catch up on all of your content on Patreon. Ooh, a Godzilla Angel Dino. Neat. Okay. So, we're going to work on the Zinch Knight. So I have part B of my cat plan. It's about 7 Chris's at work. Yeah. I did vote on one, Ty. Maybe another one. I think I voted on 2 just a little bit ago because I was actually surfing Patreon trying to catch up on a few of my creators' posts, which I really should probably update my Patreon page at some point. And Ty in Texas, just happy to be off of work. Yeah, I hear you there, dude. But at least it was an easy enough day here for me since it was a rain day. Yep, now I just need to go and access some of the other files that you did, Ty, for, like, audio stuff. Listen to it. Hey, Dr. Irrefutable. Check your volume, Uber. I just had to change something, so... Don't have the next audio file done yet. But we're talking about the one where Don will narrate the next one. Ooh, nice. Yeah, and is anybody getting any like little refresh hum bars off in the corner at all, or is it all looking good on you guys' end as well, not just on mine? Sweet. So yeah, Dr. Irrefutable was over here, and he just kind of talked about it, and I farted around with one setting because of his prompting, and lo and behold, that fixed it. So sweet. All right, good to hear it. And is the background music there? And is it too loud? Is it just right? I'm just asking all the questions tonight. Sweet. I and hear it. All right. Ty the Typo King. Yeah, that's what I've heard, but you guys aren't really here to watch me. Oh, yeah, sure. This is about as close as I can get. I can't really do a good zoom on this camera. But yeah, here's the cape, and it is a Wraithbone base, and then it is Pilar Glacier contrast paint. I think I did 2 coats on this. Yeah, because I can't get much closer because it just goes all kinds of fuzzy. But, here, let's see if we can do... Yeah, it gets a bit... There we go. How's that? Yeah, and then here's one of the other ones. That is with the Luxion Purple over a Wraithbone base. And then this is Gut Rip of Flesh. So I used 3 of the new contrast paints for the cloaks. Yeah, the green really turned out nice. So yeah, I was thinking for this guy, I was going to do the armor the same as kind of the Zinch Knight, but then I was going to do this shade of Tyran Blue over pretty much the entire model, except for the cloak. And just see how that looks. Just to give it that good old feeling of Zinch. They work good over Wraithbone, but they also work good over the Grey Seer. Just with the Wraithbone, you get a warmer tone underneath, and the Grey Seer, it's a bit on the cooler side. So it all depends on what tone you're looking for. If that helps at all, Uncle Tass. Okay. Is toxic a tone? Warm tone, a cool tone, a toxic. I mean, there could be. I mean, best I could do is Tesseract Glow and Nurgle's Rot. Yeah, Nurgle's Rot is one of my favorite technical paints that they did. I think I've used that more than, like, even Blood for the Blood God or anything like that. Oh, sorry, Don. I need a bad Nightbot. I just have it at its default settings. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll fart with that after the stream. Well, sorry, Don, if that killed any momentum that you had going in the chat. I'm sorry. Okay. Ty says, hopefully. Really? Alright, there we go. Forgot to silence my phone, and then my buddy decides to text. Godzilla's base has cars all over it, painting the... Yep, the Thunder Beast. Well, Dr. Irrefutable, is there any way that you can get into Nightbotters? Is something that I have to get into on my own and change. Alright. Okay. Let's get the home steel out for the mace. Let's see. Once I get done with the knights, I might either work on more scenery, or work on the other abominations, or just kind of do some batch painting on some orcs. If that's something you guys would like to see, and I could also just show you what's all left, and you guys can vote from there. I might need to just kind of do some painting in my off nights, because I have a bunch of skeletons and orcs and goblins to paint from the other expansions. Or I do have the alternate versions of the heroes that I could paint. Like I have the male elf, the female wizard, the female barbarian, the female dwarf. There's an orc bard, a warlock, I think. And I want to say there was one other character that they came out with. And then there's like an alternate version of the wizard that looks like Zargon. That I could paint up. I'll have to see if I have any other Dread Knights in there as well. Maybe after I slap a wash on this, we can all look together and see what else there is. Actually, one thing I forgot to do is figure out what blue to do in the eyes. Hey, welcome back, Dawn. Let's see. So for in the eyes, we could go with either that or blue. Alright. So for in the eyes here, should I go with this Baharoth blue, or should I go with more of like an electric blue? Delay capture just said Cool Ranch from the side. Baharoth? Well, okay, Tass. The eyes I'm doing are these right here. I'm not doing the eyes on the scalp on the. So yeah, the eyes in here, I'm not doing. Yeah, see, there's how you spell Baharoth. Well, thank you, Don. Yes, I could do it. Am I going to do it, though? No. Barbados Slim Blue. Which, I mean, yeah, I mean... yeah, I could do it, or I could line it with white, and then they could really stick out. But since I didn't do that for the other ones, and I'm at least staying... I'm trying to stay consistent across all the models. Yeah, see, there's... Um... Okay, from my perspective, if I'm going to be doing a lot of layers on the face, go about halfway through the face, then do your eyes, and then you can touch up around it. Yeah, just also steadying your hands, like I have my arms resting on my desk, and here, and actually, this goes back to when we were doing Kung Fu. Control your breathing a lot. So, like, I will actually, like, do a small inhale, then hold the breath, and just do it. So, like, on these, what I would do, I would actually, I'd make sure I had a good tip on the brush. Like, I wouldn't, for these eyes here, I would not use this brush. But just for an example here, see here I'm bracing, and I would just get in right there. And then right there. Like that. And of course it went flawless because it wasn't serious, so that's when I would do it flawlessly. And also, don't worry too much about the pupils. Because sometimes just even at a distance you can't see the color of people's eyes, you just know they're there. So do one normal, then I always flip the model to do the other one. I tend to hold my breath. Yeah, because since you're right-handed too, it's easier to drag across this way than it is to bring it, I don't know, bringing it in that way is okay, but it's still just a little bit off. Okay. And I'm just doing red eyes on all of the shields, so need a little Mephiston. Yeah, here, and actually, the eyes on the shield are a little smaller, but I'm only doing one color on these. So here will be another decent example. You always make sure your paint is thin enough too. like we got an eye right here. And looking at the other models. There, just like that. Okay. I do pupils, always make them slightly cross-eyed, looks a little bit more natural. Great tip. Yeah, but you know you're doing bad when you can make a Cyclops look cross-eyed. And hey, you don't have to strip it unless you have your paint on really thick TAS. You can just reapply the paint. Okay, so let's see how this Terran blue looks over the rest of this model. And since I kind of want to control it, yeah, we'll use this. Yeah, we'll just control it here. I am liking how this is looking so far. Actually, I might go to a bigger brush. Alright, actually kind of liking how this looks. Very Zenchy. Almost giving off kind of a rubric marine vibe, which is a Thousand Suns reference for those who don't know. Yeah. we go. Well, we'll let that dry. Those bases are still drying. So, okay, how about I bring out some of the mythic stuff and show you guys some of the alternate stuff for the Hero Quest stuff. So, give me just a moment. Yeah, and I actually have a few other, like, just single monsters. Okay, let's zoom out just a little bit here. Okay, so here's the mythic, because there's 4 heroes, 18 monsters, extra combat dice, extra quest books, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. Let's see, did I put... Next, there's 3 other quest books in here. Okay, so yeah, there's 2 other Dread Knights with swords in here. 2 other abominations, some skeletons with swords, some she-mummies, a dragon miniature for one of the quests, and yeah, there's the bard, there's the wizard, there's a druid and a warlock. Oh, wait, here. There we go. So yeah, and then actually here's Sir Ragnar that you rescue in one of the first quests. And then the female dwarf, the female barbarian, the female wizard, and the male elf. And then here is... I hate these packages. Here is the alternate wizard that with the card art. Come on, slide off. So yeah, there's a bard, a warlock, a druid, and then there's the art for the other wizard. Then they have spells and stuff like that for the other characters. So yeah, so which one of these would you guys like to see? And yeah, it looks like a different Griffin, which I had. Yeah, which I have the original one here primed up, ready to go. Okay, would you want to see... How about let's narrow it down... Let's first do heroes, monsters, or scenery. Does that sound fair to start right there? You ronsters. Yeah, and then we even have, like, she-zombies with kukris. And then skeletons with sword and shield. Oh, a dead heat. Yep, Heronsters. It was a 50-50 split between heroes and monsters, but only 4 people voted. So how about this? After the Dread Knights are done, I will paint up this guy because he's already primed up. Okay, Dawn. I will drink my beer. And yes, there's even like special tiles for some of the other quests, which actually I'll fanboy out a little bit. See who this one's written by? Alternate weeks? Okay, I could do that too. Yeah, Joe Manganiello wrote and designed this book of quests for Hero Quest. So, if there's anybody out there that would be my man crush, that would be my man crush. Would be Joe Manganiello. Because he is an awesome, fit, buff nerd who's also married to Sofia Vergara. So all kinds of levels of cool right there. Yeah, okay, this Terran Blue actually looks... Okay, here, let's focus on the miniatures and... So yeah, this actually looks pretty good so far. Yeah, he seems to be like incredibly tall as well. Alright, so for these bases, since they are dried now, we will do just a wash of Nuln oil over them. At least they seem to be pretty dry. At least dry enough to do this, I think. He was looking at Dwarven Forge stuff, and I was like, oh crap, it's a werewolf. Yep, since he was a werewolf in True Blood. So did he play along with it pretty good then? Yes, I am going to Reaper Con at the end of this month, beginning of next month. Which, so Jan, I might have to get the blacksmith to enter into the painting competition, since I don't think I have anything else new that I would want to enter in. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else new that I would consider worthy of entering into a competition at this point. Unless you guys can think of anything else that I've painted recently that would be entrance worthy for the painting competition. Unless you think I should bring Narlathep as well. And we've lost Dr. Irrefutable to madness because he tried to spell that name. Yeah, I mean, I could have entered Ragnar as well, but Kiko Jonesy has him, and I doubt he's going to be willing to let him go. So I could enter him into a competition. Oh, the other dragon that I did for you with the base? Hadn't even thought of that one. Right? The swamp dragon? Or are you asking which one is, yeah, the big swamp dragon? Yeah. Might as well. Okay. Letting those dry. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Well, now, should I try to use contrast paints on the gargoyle? Or should I just go traditional and like paint them up gray and then do washes and layer back up a little bit from there? Because I got a few minutes until the stream is, till we've run out of time. Or do we just call it a good quitting point here since we're at like a natural, just paint it with pure rock? yeah, next week I'll work on this guy and finish up him. But yeah, I'm definitely liking how the Turan Blue turned out. Maybe I'll go back and kind of touch up the skeleton stuff a little bit. Maybe give it a little bit of a dry brush just to pick it back out. But I really dig how it looks on the shield here. And yes, I'll pick out the teeth. I always just kind of leave those white just to make them be even more stark against everything. Ooh, nice. I will check your Discord, Dawn. Yeah, I'd say that's a good stopping point for the night. So, and yeah, we might just kind of just call it because I just kind of want to end and get a few other things done post-stream. So, yeah. Well, thank you, everybody, for swinging by. It was good to see you, Dawn, and Ty. And Sojan, thank you, as always. Thanks, Ty. And thank you, Dr. Refutable. And yeah, I will look at the Nightbot settings. So that way Dawn doesn't get booted from chat for a little bit again. Or maybe that's what I want her to think. So, alright. Well, thanks, everybody. Yeah, and Dawn and Ty, you guys are streaming tomorrow, right?
It's a trap!
Alright, sweet. Well, if you guys aren't following Crypt Monkey Studios, give them a follow, and they're definitely a fun stream to hang out on. I love hanging out with them and making Dawn jump, and sometimes Ty, at the Rubber Duck of Doom. Which... yeah, whack whack. So, alright, everybody. Just mute her for fun. Okay, everybody. Well, thank you for swinging by. Thanks for all the support and everything. I will see you guys on Wednesday. And otherwise, remember to just keep painting. And I need to follow my own advice.